The first time I stepped into Aldi, it didn't feel like a big moment, it was just supposed to be a quick stop. I remember thinking, I'll grab a few basics and leave. Nothing special, no expectations. But sometimes, the most ordinary plans lead to the most unexpected discoveries. The doors slid open, and right away something felt different. It wasn't loud or overwhelming like other supermarkets. No flashy signs screaming for attention, no endless aisles trying to sell you things you didn't need. It was calm. Simple. Almost intentional. I paused for a second, just taking it in, like I had walked into a place that knew exactly what it was doing. I grabbed a cart, after a brief moment of confusion with the quarter system, and started moving through the store. At first, I was just browsing. Fresh fruits, vegetables, neatly stacked products. But then I started noticing the prices. I picked up a pack of strawberries, flipped the label, and did a double take. Wait, that can't be right. I checked another item. And another. Everything was cheaper. Not slightly cheaper, significantly cheaper. Now I was curious. I moved deeper into the store, past the produce and into the aisles filled with their own brands. That's when it hit me. Almost everything here was exclusive. You weren't just buying groceries, you were discovering products you couldn't find anywhere else. Some looked simple, but when I picked them up, they felt thoughtfully made. It was like Aldi had quietly done all the hard work, choosing what's worth it, so I didn't have to. Then came the bakery section. The smell alone slowed me down. Fresh bread, pastries, and those little treats that make you stop and think, maybe I should get this too. And of course I did. Not because I planned to, but because it felt like a small reward. By the time I reached the famous aisle of finds, I realized this wasn't just a grocery store, it was an experience. Random, limited-time items. Things you didn't expect to see, home goods, snacks, seasonal specials. It felt like a treasure hunt. You never really knew what you'd find, and that made it exciting. Somewhere between picking up a last-minute chocolate box and debating whether I needed a kitchen gadget I hadn't thought about 5 minutes ago, I had completely forgotten my original plan of just a few basics. At checkout, everything moved fast. No long lines, no unnecessary delays, just efficiency. And when the total came up, I actually paused. I looked at the screen, then at my cart and back again. That's it? It didn't feel real. I had more than I planned to buy and still spent less than I expected. Walking out of Aldi, bags in hand, I felt something you don't usually feel after grocery shopping: satisfaction, not just because I saved money, but because it felt like I had shopped smarter. Like I had figured out a better way to do something so routine. And that's the thing about Aldi. It doesn't try to impress you in obvious ways. It doesn't need to. It quietly wins you over, through simplicity, value, and those little moments of surprise. Now, every time I walk into Aldi, I don't just see a grocery store. I see a place where less really is more, and where every visit feels like you're getting away with a really good deal.